Indiana State football fall camp coverage is brought to you by U.S. Lawn, the official lawn care provider of Sycamore Athletics. Okay, Coach Young, so far you're almost through fall camp. When you get to next week, what's been the biggest thing you've liked just about your position group there in the backfield?
I think our depth has improved. Our guys have ran the same stuff the last 3 months or so throughout the spring ball, the summer, now into fall camp. The amount of guys we have in the room that know the offense, that have been in the offense, have run the same plays over and over again. I think our depth has improved a lot and really gives us a chance to play anybody.
What about that depth has improved that you've seen from, as you kind of alluded to, not just when you were back here in the spring, but seeing that the full year has really started to help out these guys?
Yeah, I think, with depth you want to see, your players improve with their athletic ability, their talent, but also their mental stability and their mental ability to really hone in on the offensive details. So when you've got 3 talented running backs and some really other guys that can play and operate the offense, I think you got a special group. And really, they had a great summer. They took advantage of the summer, the full summer with those 8 weeks, and really worked hard and studied and worked on ball security and worked on those small details that we focus on every day.
Petey did a lot of great things for you. We know that. Feels like, though, the offense wants to get back to that physical style that we saw when I know you were here, when you had Keys and you had just a good mixture of guys. Do you feel like this is a group that has that potential where you can kind of get back to that physical running style, which you were in that year that we were so close to making the postseason?
Absolutely. I think we've got backs that are physical and almost nuts. Okay, too nuts to even care what they're doing, and they're going to run hard. They're going to run and be physical with every rep they got. And we've got some different guys in that room, but they all are tough in protection. They are tough when they catch the football. And our mantra in the running back room is punish the defenders. Right? It's breaking tackles, it's blocking, it's being physical, and that's just the mindset we're going to have.
Last year, Omarion was a guy that jumped out to you guys. You felt like he had a lot of skill and somebody that you could use last year. I think maybe got in very, very few reps, if some, but you always were high on him. How has he really developed, used last fall, being around all those guys to now being one of those more guys that's going to be used?
Omarion has done a great job of increasing his ability to learn more of the offense, not only just the run game stuff, but the protection, the 2-minute, the third downs, the fourth down stuff, the situational football, just really increasing his football intelligence. And not only that, but being a leader and really working on his craft. I think that's the biggest thing that has made him, a player for us and a guy that we can count on.
Is that the biggest challenge with your position group? Not necessarily to him or to just every guy, is to know that it's much more than just, all right, when you get the ball, run with it and run hard. There's much more to it in terms of the protections and all that stuff that you're alluding to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously all those guys love to have the ball in their hands, but there's so many things that, in an offensive play when they don't have the ball, it's protecting the quarterback. It's being the reason why down the field that a route, springs for a long touchdown. It's those little things that, you're always playing relentlessly within that whistle, for 6 seconds on every single play and just, punishing the defenders and doing it at will.
We saw Dinka last year have some flashes of, wow, saw his athleticism on display. How much has it helped him to get those reps last year, and just in terms of, man, he knows what to expect now?
Yeah, I think anytime you come back with a guy who has some experience, whether it be in practice in an offense or even some game reps, I think you end up banking those reps. And same thing with T in the spring, and specifically Justin that was here for a whole year now. He's more comfortable with his guys. He's more comfortable with the way that I coach. He's more comfortable with the way that we're talking and terming things. So he's just having an overall, better experience here as a running back in the room.
You mentioned T. It was kind of funny. I overheard him here off to our right. I'm not big on the camera, not big on he's a very kind of quiet to himself guy. But when he plays, he really speaks loudly with how he plays. How would you describe the way he plays and what he does despite maybe some of his quiet demeanor?
Yeah, I think sometimes his quiet demeanor can come off as, maybe aloof at times, but that's definitely not the case. I think he's on the completely other side of the spectrum where, he's locked in, he's focused, he wants to be great, and he's obsessive over the things that take no talent, that make him great. And he's putting everything he has into this because, he wants to play football, and just like we all do, and more importantly, we want to win, and he wants to win, and winning is more fun than just playing the game. So him and all the other guys are really putting their focus and their effort into being locked in.